What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to style borders. Alright, now to make a border we first need to create an element, so let's make an H1 and we're going to just do a lorem 5 for random text, and I will select it in our styles.css. And the easiest way to do it is honestly just typing border, and then you just put three values here, and the first one is going to be the width, so let's do 5 pixels. And then the type of border, so we could just do solid for now. And the last thing would be the color, so let's just do black. And let's take a look. So this is what it looks like. And so the reason I said that this is the easiest way is because you could just type in border and then you could choose color, or you could do border width, and it's a waste of space. So you could just write in border and then these three values, and you could change them, of course. So we can change this to 2. We can do something like, let's see, I don't know what's saying color. We could do dotted. Let's actually do double, and let's make this, I don't know, dark cyan. Why not? And this is what it's going to look like. And so I'm going to show you how to border on a single side. So let's add a paragraph on this one. I'm going to add a class. For this one, it's going to be top. And the text here, let's just do top 2. Why not? Now let's go to our styles and select that paragraph. And what we're going to do is just type in border top. And of course, if you don't want to put all of these three values and you want to separate them, you could just do border top width, and let's set it to 5 pixels. You could do border top, and then we have style, and let's make this one dotted, and then border top color, and let's do this blue. And I don't know when anyone would do this when you could just do border top and then select all of these values, so 5 pixels dotted blue. But I guess there's some people who just do that. But yeah, so I'm just going to delete this, save some space, and let's take a look. So if we go back here, then I made this bigger. And as you can see, on this one we have borders on all the sides, and for this paragraph we only have it on top because we've only selected the border top, and so we can also select the border bottom if we want. So let's do border bottom, and let's do 5 pixels. Let's try solid, and then let's do dark green. Why not? Let's take a look now. So you can choose different types of borders, and you can style them differently if you want. But yeah, so this one's gonna be top. So I'm gonna just delete this, and let's do the right one now. And so what I'm gonna do is just do this, copy paste it under. This one's gonna be top, so we need the right one, and then this one's gonna be right, like this. All right, so I'm gonna select it. And then we're gonna do border right, not radius, right. And I'll actually show you what border radius is in a second. But border right, and then we're gonna do 5 pixels. 5 pixels ridge. I like dark colors, so I'll just do, I don't know, this color right here. Let's take a look. So this is what it's gonna look like. And I'll actually change it to something else. I'll just change it to solid for now, like this, and there we go. And so the other ones are pretty simple. It's basically gonna be the same thing. So the bottom, and then left, left, bottom. And then we'll just select them. So this one's gonna be bottom, left, and then we could just basically copy paste this here and here. Just change these right here. So bottom, bottom like this, and then we can just change this a bit. So let's make this yellow, and let's make this one purple. There we go. And we can just change this to something else. So let's do dashed, and then this one we can do um and set. Why not? And now let's take a look, and there we go. And I actually messed up a bit because this one has to be bottom left. I mean border left. Whoops. And there we go. Now I'm gonna show you what the border radius is. So I'm gonna just select everything so we could just add that style to all of our elements. And let's just do border radius. And let's set it to, I don't know, 50%, which is a lot, but let's just take a look. So yeah, this looks horrible. So don't do percent because this is what happens. If you want, you can do it, but usually what people do is from like 0 to 10. So let's try 6 pixels, and that should be good enough. There we go. So this looks pretty nice, and so let's try and actually for for the bottom one, this looks pretty good. Let's try adding the border top and making it the same style. Let's take a look. There we go. So that looks pretty nice. And I think that if we actually add a bit more border radius, it's gonna look even better. So we go here, and then we change that. And so now it looks like that. All right. But yes. And so this border radius right here, this works on any elements, even if they don't have a border. So if I remove the border on this H1, and I just set the background color to something like, I don't know, this dark something, then as you can see, it's still going to be round. So if you just want, I don't know, like a heading or something like that without a border and you want it to be round, then you're going to want to add this border radius value, and we can just actually add it here. And this is going to override this for the H1s, and let's make it smaller. And you could just play around and see what you like more. And so if we had a border, let's actually put this back how it was. So if we had this border right here and wanted the width to be different on each side, well, what we could do is we could just go to our border. So it's going to be 5 pixels on the top, and then on the top and bottom actually. And then we're going to do the sides now. So let's do 20 pixels. That's going to be a lot, but yeah. And it doesn't work actually, which I forgot it doesn't work because we have to select the border width for this one if you want to select different widths. So the top one's going to be 5 pixels, and let's just do 10 pixels on the sides. So the first value is going to be the top and bottom, and the second is going to be the right and left. And so if we go take a look, then you can see that it's different. And if you want to select individual sides, then it's going to go like this. It's going to be top, right, and then if we add 2 more, then the next one is going to be bottom, and then the next one is going to be left. So now let's take a look, and this is what it's going to look like. So I don't know if anyone's really going to need this. Actually, I feel like it could create a pretty cool effect. So if I change this to, so let's make this 4, this one's 6, and then 8 and 10. Let's go back and see. So you can, I guess, create effects like these, maybe with smaller values. And you could do the same thing with colors. So let's actually take a look. So border color. And now let's set the top to black and then the sides to aqua. And there we go. So this doesn't look too bad. So of course we can do that with the border styles too. So let's actually do that. So border style. And the first one's gonna be the top one, so let's do dashed and then dotted. I'm just gonna go in order, double, and hidden. I'll show what hidden does actually. And this is what it's going to look like. And so hidden basically just removes it, or I mean, there's still a border here, but it's just invisible. And so this is what it would look like, but I should change this to groove. Yeah, groove. And let's take a look. There we go. And I'm going to show you how to create a pretty good looking border. So I'm going to delete all of this and all of this too, and then here too. And I will make this text align center, change the width to, let's try 400 pixels. And for the height, let's do the same thing. Now I'll set the background to see where the border is going to be. So let's just set it to brown and let's see. Doesn't look too bad. All right. Yeah, I'm going to delete this. And so I'm going to add one more property to set or make this centered or in the middle. And that would be the margin left, which I'll make a video on later, the whole margin and padding thing. And I'm going to just set it to 30% like this. And now it should be in the middle. And now let's make the border. And to do that, we are going to want to first create the border. So let's do border color. I just set it to black. And the reason I'm just doing the border color, I should need, what was I doing? I need to create the border, so it's going to be 2 pixels solid black. Let's take a look. Doesn't look too bad, and we still have the border radius, so let's delete that. Like this, there we go. Instead, I'm going to be selecting different border radiuses, so let's do border top left radius, and let's set that one to, I don't know, let's set this to 40 pixels, and so this one's going to be the top one. And then let's set this one to 140. And let's see what it's going to look like. And nothing changed. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, that's why. Because I forgot to add the pixels here. Yeah, there we go. And we actually need to change the width. So let's set this to 600. There we go. And then this would be around 20% maybe. Yeah, there we go. So the next one will be the border top right radius. This one will be 20 pixels and 120 pixels. And then border bottom left radius, and this one will be 120 pixels and then 20 pixels. And the last one, I'm just going to copy paste this, change this to right. This one will be 120 by 20 pixels too, so pretty similar. And you can change this a bit, so actually, let's make this something like 25. This one, let's make this, I don't know, like 15. So they're not all the same, because it's supposed to give like a sort of like paper effect, like a ripped paper, I don't know. Let's change this to 115. Let's see, so yeah, there we go. And if you guys are wondering where I'm getting this all, it's this website right here. You can just search up different websites for, borders, and you can find, this one, which is what I was using. Guys, so this is going to be for this video. If you guys have any questions, then leave a comment down below. Like this video if you liked it. Sub to the channel for more content like this, and see you next video.